Sigma males are creative and sometimes misunderstood men. People often praise them as smart entrepreneurs and problem solvers whose theories and ideas can change the world. However, they are also often called arrogant, stubborn, and even cold. But in reality, Sigma men tend to be very sensitive, loyal, and open-minded. The Sigma male is known for his intellectual curiosity and unique way of looking at life. He can easily see where an argument or system doesn't make sense. Though they have a high tolerance for many things, even Sigma males have their breaking points. But there are a lot of things that Sigma male hates with all his heart. Here are 15 things that most Sigmas absolutely hate. 1. Constant social interaction. Sigma males need a lot of alone time. No matter how much they like being with a certain person, if they can't get away from that person to read a book or work on a project, they will get tired and become harder to be around. To be clear, we're talking about having constant social interactions with a good friend. Many Sigma men love to talk, but only about things they've looked into and thought about in great depth, usually having a scientific, social, or psychological bent. Most likely, they won't make small talk. Sigma males will probably leave as soon as they can if it has to happen. 2. Rules and the status quo. Sigma males don't care much about following the rules. If you give them a list of rules, they may ask you questions over and over, change the rules, or even break them if they think there's a better way. They always come up with new ideas and make changes. If they can't do that, they will be very, very unhappy, and you will probably hear about it. 3. Routine tasks. It's clear that Sigma males don't do well with routine tasks. They get bored quickly with process work and aren't good at pushing paper. They might tell you to go to the gym, but only after they've found the best, most effective way to work out based on research. Routine things like getting groceries, putting on clothes, or cooking will never be done the same way every day if they are done at all, or they'll give these jobs to someone else. 4. Being forced to deal with a lot of details. Sigma males are intuitive, which means they do best when they're looking at the big picture. Their minds are set up to come up with new ideas, look into different options, and come up with new things. From the outside, it may look like they're caught up in a never-ending daydream or a conversation inside their heads. And most of the time, that conversation is much more interesting to them than anything else going on in the real world. Because of this, they tend to get bored easily with the everyday or routine. Many Sigmas have trouble with day-to-day tasks like keeping their desks in order or remembering to get their car's oil changed at the shop. It's not that they can't do these things. In fact, developing their senses will help them reach their bigger goals much more quickly. It's just that they don't care about these things. In fact, Sigmas will hate any job or class that makes them pay attention to a lot of small details. 5. Not having enough alone time. Sigma males are often thought to be extroverts because they are so interested in other people, but they are actually introverts who need a lot of time alone. If they don't have it, they will get stressed out and tired. Everything will get on their nerves, and they won't be as patient and understanding as they usually are. They might even become cruel and critical to a fault. In the end, they might even hate the person they turn into because of all the stress. 6. Feeling like they have to talk about how they feel before they are ready. Sigmas look at everything through the lens of logic, which can make it hard for them to deal with emotional issues. This means dealing with not only other people's feelings, but also their own. They tend to keep their feelings to themselves, and sometimes even keep them from the people who are closest to them. It's not that Sigmas can't talk about things that make them feel. It's more likely that they need more time than other people to work through them, and they need to feel emotionally safe with someone before being so open. If someone forces a Sigma male to talk about personal or emotional things before they are ready, they will hate it. 7. Having to go against their values. Sigma males are idealists who have a unique way of looking at the world. They understand that everything is linked to everything else in some way. Words, feelings, and actions have a ripple effect that affects people from different times and places. Because of this, they often have a strong sense of how things should be, especially when it comes to culture, society, and humanity. Sigmas will hate it if they have to give up their strong morals for a job or a relationship. 8. Ignorance. Reading and education are very important to Sigma males, but they aren't total monsters about it. They'll understand if you haven't read a book they have or know nothing about a subject they know a lot about. Still, you probably won't make a Sigma happy if you give your opinion without reading the article or if you talk a lot about how useless school is. 9. When people don't use their knowledge. Sigma men love to learn and are always interested in new things. But surprisingly, they're not the kind of people who learn a lot, but never use what they know. These people act as much as they think, and what drives them crazy is meeting someone who loves to think about ideas, but never tries to put them into action. Sigma males want to put their ideas to the test in the real world instead of just toying with them in their heads. 10. Not being honest. People who lie a lot bother a Sigma, but because this type is so intuitive, what bothers them even more is someone who lies to themselves. Sigmas can sometimes be wrong about who a person really is, but they usually learn from experience to trust their intuitive hunches. Whether they're right or wrong, Sigmas are likely to tell you if they think your job, relationship, or life path isn't going well. 11. When people don't want to change. Sigma males are always growing and changing, and they expect everyone else to do the same. Over time, people who work on improving processes and techniques tend to become obsessed with improving themselves and their relationships. Sigmas need to grow, and if they have to do the same things every day, they will die of boredom. 12. Negative criticism. For Sigma men, words are very important. Positive and encouraging words make them feel better and calm them down. Negative and critical words can bring someone down right away and make them think about it for hours or even days. Of course, they aren't perfect, so they welcome feedback that will help them improve. But how the feedback is given is very important. When someone criticizes Sigmas in a harsh, cutting, or accusing way, it hurts them a lot. 13. People who take, but don't give much back. Sigma males like to make the people in their lives happy and to please them. Many times, they'll put the needs of others, especially those of people they care about, before their own. This is a good trait, but unfortunately, it is sometimes used against the person. When people don't realize that the Sigma often makes sacrifices for them, or when they don't make many sacrifices for the Sigma in return, they may feel angry and frustrated. 14. Conflict. For the sensitive Sigma, arguments, stress, and drama are like poison. When they fight with a loved one, or when there is constant tension in a relationship, they may even feel sick. This doesn't mean you can never disagree with a Sigma male. If you treat them with respect and stay calm, they won't mind talking to you. 15. When life seems to have no point. Sigma cares more than most about what things mean. For them, going to a 9-to-5 job and leaving at 5 just to get paid isn't enough. They want to use their natural skills and talents to solve hard problems and learn more about the world in order to make it better for everyone. Sigma will hate it when their life, whether at work or in their personal lives, has no meaning.